Hello there, welcome to my studio. I hope that distance learning and online learning is going well for all of you. We're all just learning so many new things in all of this. So I was putting together some music for you today, and I realized that it had repeats and first and second endings in it. And I was thinking that maybe for some of you, you hadn't ever been introduced to that, and for others of you, you might just need a little bit of a review. So I'm going to show you that. Let me show you that in some music now. So let's take a look at repeat signs and endings so you'll recognize them when you see them in the music. Just as a real quick review, repeat signs are always these things here with the two dots, and then we've got the opposite guy on the other side with the two dots. So it's everything in the middle that's the repeated part. So if I was to look at this basic repeat, here's a little piece of music. And we've got our repeat. Here's the first part of it, and here's the second part. So that means that I'm going to, when I start playing, I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to play all the way to the end. And then when I get to that repeat sign, I'm going to go back up to the other side of the repeat sign right here, and then I'll play the rest of the way to the end. So it's just the little piece between the repeat signs that we play two times. Now the next piece, if we look here, sometimes they do something kind of funny to almost trick us. We just need to know what the deal is with it. If you look at this piece, you can see that there's the end of a repeat sign, but there's no beginning. Well, I look at it as there's always an invisible repeat sign at the very beginning of the piece. So in this case, when we start playing, we're going to play up till the repeat sign, then we're going to go back to the beginning, to that invisible repeat sign, and then we go all the way to the end. So we end up playing that first little bit two times between the beginning and the repeat sign. So the other thing they can do for us is if there's a lot, if the repeated section is quite long, sometimes they don't want the beginning and the ending to be exactly the same. So they do something called a first and second ending, and you can see the first ending here and the second ending here. So how that works is we start the song at the beginning just like we normally would, and we play along, and when we get here we have to make a decision. The question we ask ourselves is this the first time I've gotten here, or is this the second time I've gotten here? If it's the first time, then I'm going to do the first ending part, which means I'll play this, and I'll play this, and there's my repeat sign right there. And so we're going to go back to, in this case, to the invisible one at the beginning. We're back up here again. Back up here at the beginning. And then we're going to play again this part. And when we get here now, we ask the question, first time or second time? Well, the answer is second time. So now I'm going to jump over the first ending, and I'm going to go straight down here to the second ending. And then I'll keep playing from there. So the first and second endings, when you get to them, you have to make the decision. Is this the first time? Then you play the first time section, the first ending. If when you get there, it's the second time, you go jump over to the second ending and play from there. When you have a first and second ending, there's always a repeat sign at the end of the first ending. And that'll tell you either to go back to the beginning or go back to the other half of the repeat, which you've already passed somewhere along the way. So now let's take a look at how this works in your actual song. This is the song that I was preparing for you. And it has I'm going to scroll up just a little bit. It has a first and a second ending down here. Oh gosh, my pen doesn't work. I have to make my pen work. There we go, now my pen will work. So we have a first ending down here, and we have a second ending down here. So I start playing at the beginning, and as I'm playing, I go, look at this repeat right here. I need to know where that is because I'm coming back there. So I play the first line, and I play the second line, and then I am right down here. That's my decision point. This is the first time, so I'm going to play the first ending section. I'll play this little part right here, and then this repeat tells me to go back to that one that I saw at the very beginning. So I'm back up here again, back up here, and now I'm going to play along this first line. I'm going to play the second line, and now I'm down here to the decision point again. At this decision point, this is the second time. So this time, I'm going to jump over to the second ending. And then I'm going to keep playing from there. In our case, that's all the way to the end of the song. We play from there. So we don't ever play the first and the second endings at the same time. Well, I hope that seeing that in the music will make it easier when you get there and easier to recognize repeats and first and second endings when you see them in other songs. So I hope you enjoy working on the song, and I'm sure there will be much more to come. Bye-bye.